politics. I hate the politics. I don't think, I think that people should be working together and people should be supporting each other. And there's no need to feel like you're in direct competition with other people. So, you should just be able to appreciate good photographs, appreciate art, and just not worry about any of the background noise and other elements that can sometimes get in the way.
I think drones are becoming an increasing menace, and if I could change one aspect of photography, it would be the use of drones. I wouldn't ban them. They are very useful tools, but I would certainly make sure people had to be qualified before they can fly them in public.
If there's one thing that I could change about the photography industry, it would be the perceived value of people's work. Not necessarily stock image sales, yes, it would be great to sell a picture for £10,000, but it's not, those days are very long gone. But a lot of people don't value the time and effort that a photographer has put into achieving a picture. So I think I would like to change that so that you don't get the requests of, oh, we can't pay you but we'll put your name at the bottom and that kind of thing. I think a better understanding of the value of photography is kind of really important, and it's being devalued all the time, so that's the one thing I would like to see change.
I guess if I could change one thing, I'm in the commercial industry, so if I could change one thing about photography industry, I think educating photographers, especially photographers starting out that don't understand the pricing structure of shooting for commercial clients. I think it'd be nice if, because we all got to keep the industry at a high level, and we need to get paid for our work, and I think it's really important for people to be educated on what the normal rates are, and so that we all bring the industry up as a whole.
I wish the internet had found some way to present stills in a marvellous way. I think the sad thing about my business is my love is editorial photography. I shoot now mainly commercial and promotional stuff for sponsors, for manufacturers, for event organisers, because they're the only people who will employ a photographer who wants to work at the absolutely top of sports photography. The editorial world can't finance the people at the top of the game. They won't pay the day rates necessary for them. And in the early days, the picture on the front cover helped sell that magazine, helped sell that newspaper, and a stills picture in a newspaper or a magazine was a really important thing. There's no way, very few ways to really show what I love doing to a really great level. So I would love some rocket scientist working on the World Wide Web somewhere to come up with a way to really showcase stills in an amazing way.
If I could change one aspect of the photographic industry, it would probably be changing something that I've witnessed a lot and that I've seen, and it affects new photographers and young photographers. Sometimes I think there can be a little bit of lack of respect for people who are brand new in the job. Sometimes I go to a gig and someone's there in the pit with a point and shoot that realistically isn't suitable for working in the pit. But I don't think any of us should be looking at that person and laughing at them, inside or outside, or making comments, because ultimately everyone has their first dip of their toe in the water at some point, and just because that person's is now doesn't make them any less valid than me 5 years or 10 years after them. So I think just there's a mutual respect that needs to grow, and I'm talking about a minority of people who behave like this. The majority of photographers I've met are wonderful and don't do this. Have seen quite a bit of that. And the other thing I would see is we as photographers need to remember that as much as a massive privilege it is to be there, we have to remember that it's a privilege. And I've met a lot of tour managers who've been burnt by photographers jumping up on stage and getting in the way of the fans. And I kind of think I failed at my job if I stop another fan from enjoying the gig. So I think just being aware of our access is not a right but a privilege, and behaving as such I think it'll make everybody happier.
One thing I would change in the photographic industry today is the ego and the jealousy that surrounds various brands and who knows what, who's in with who. Photography is about the pictures. It's not about the connections you might have with a certain brand. There's so much jealousy that's purely ego-driven around this industry that actually we should just get on and enjoy taking pictures.